Yes, good evening, everyone. So in the last class, working with models completed 4 topics we completed. Next fifth one, total 14 topics are there here. Working with Django forms. Working with Django forms. Sir, forms means generally, you know, I have to define one form. I have to give in one column name. After that, I have to give the marks. I have to click on the submit button. This is called as a one form. So what is the purpose of the main forms are? It is accepted input from the end user. We have to read some data from the end user. Then we have to implement the forms. So I'm entering some data here. Name. I want to provide some name. I want to provide some marks. So the main purpose of forms are to take the user inputs, then we have to implement at the form. Maybe I can store this data to the database. Maybe tomorrow I can require Sunny marks. I want to store. Once I click on submit button, ఇది models database అనుకోండి. Inside database, I want to store permanently for the future purpose. I don't want to store. Okay, no problem. Just you have to read the data, display to the console, your wish. I don't want store, sir. Just I want to read and display. You can display. For that, we go with forms. Any application, the major requirement is forms because how user provided data, login form, sign up form. Suppose sometimes, yeah, recently, your batch, our narrative people are asking every time feedback. Feedback form are you getting? Adi oka form. If you want to log in form, if online students, if you want to join the class, registration form, మీకు కూడా బయట QR code they are given a form, the registration form always. All these are called as forms. So to define these forms, 2 ways are there. One is I have to write direct HTML code. By using HTML, can I implement the forms? Yeah. What is the tag? Forms. Okay. So inside you have to write it HTML. Now I'm not using HTML code. I can use direct Django forms. Because very simple. If you know HTML code, you can write HTML page. How to take HTML page already you know. .html you can take the form inputs, button type, text type, submit button, all the things you can provide it. Instead of that, I have to give in the Django form because of it is very simple. Suppose up to now yesterday, there is one class is there. What is the class? Model class. What is the purpose of model class? This model class can be converted to database table. How many model classes are there? Those converted to database table. Same ikkada kuda I have to define one Python class. That class is form class. This class means variable behaviors. Suppose name is there, character field, marks, integer field, class, form. Fine. This class converted to which one? HTML form. Instead of writing the HTML, I am not writing single code of HTML. Just I have to write one class, Python class, form class. That class is responsible to convert your HTML code. How model class converted to database? Same story. So that is the creation of the ఫార్మ్స్. మోడల్ క్లాస్ వచ్చేసరికి వేర్ వీఆర్ క్రియేటింగ్ మోడల్స్ డాట్ పీవై. మరి ఫామ్ క్లాస్కి ఎక్కడ లేదు, అక్కడ ఉందలే మనకి మోడల్స్ అడ్మిన్ డాట్ పీవై. ఏమని మోడల్స్, అడ్మిన్, వ్యూస్. ఇదిగోండి ఆర్కిటెక్చర్లో మనకున్న ಎಲ್ಲ ఫైల్స్ init, admin purpose, models views మరి వేర్ కెన్ ఐ క్రియేట్ దట్ మోడల్ క్లాస్? మోడల్స్లో ఐఎమ్ రిటర్న్ ద క్లాస్. మరి వేర్ కెన్ ఐ రైట్ ద ఫార్మ్ క్లాస్ మీన్స్ we have to create one Python file, forms.py file. Inside we can create class. Class means the same story. Class student form, field and data type, field data type. That is the way of creating the forms. This is Inma got completed close. Yeah, working with Django forms. Now Django forms. The main purpose of forms is to take user input. Login form కానీ, registration form, enquiry form, feedback form, sign up form. So many are there. So from the forms, whatever data I am reading, I want to store to the future purpose, or else I have to do the validation. Suppose ikkada I am accepting username password. Click on login button. What it is happen? Is it storing or validating? Validating. I am not storing because already data is there. We are validating. For example, I am entering data here. I am accepting user inputs. Click on sign up. Then the data will be storing. And I can store the data or else I can validate the data. For that purpose, we go with the forms. From the forms, we can read end user provided input data, and we can use that data based on requirement. From the forms, we can read end user provided input data, and we can use that data based on requirement. We may store in the database for future purpose, or we may use just for validation purpose, that is authentication purpose. Then we go with the forms. We have to use Django specific forms but not the HTML forms. If you want, you can use HTML also. Process should be same, but Django forms are very simple. Instead of writing HTML code, Django will take care about converting that class to HTML class, HTML code. Advantages of Django forms over the HTML. First one, we can develop forms very easily with Python code, not HTML. We can generate HTML form widgets, components like text area, email, passwords, validations will become very easy. Validation means text box validations. Suppose if any text box is there, if I'm entering numbers in the mobile field, I'm entering characters. Mail ID compulsory at the rate is mandatory. Those things. Processing data into Python data structures like list, set, etc. will become easy. Model based forms will become very easy. These many advantages are there about the Django. So up to now, whatever we know, model class is responsible to converted into database table. Form class converted into HTML form. So now application process to generate Django forms. A small example. So in create project, all the thing common. Now see this. First creation of the project, okay. cd dot dot cd Django 14 November. Django hyphen admin start project. Start project. Forms project. cd forms project. py manage.py start app test app. Done. Project created, app created. Add app in ఇక్కడ వరకు common things, okay. Go to this forms abf here. Open settings, installed apps, test here. అయితే ఇప్పుడు the first step is you have to create one file, Python file. Creation of, it's not mandatory forms.py. Any file with py కాకపోతే I can use abc.py also. Why I am given forms means understandable purpose. In this Python file, I have to define forms py file where in our application, not project level, with our required fields. That is the first step. So go to the here and only now first observe. This project, this is the app. Inside app, admin apps models test view. Right click on your app, file, not the folder. What is the file name? forms.py. ఇది ఫైల్. అయితే జనరల్గా ఒక ఇంపోర్ట్ స్టేట్మెంట్ ఈజ్ రిక్వైర్డ్. మోడల్స్లో వాట్ ఇది ఇంపోర్ట్ ఫ్రమ్ జాంగో లైబ్రరీ డిబి మోడల్స్. అడ్మిన్లో కూడా స్టార్టింగ్ ఉంటుంది కదా, డిజాంగో కాంట్రిప్ అడ్మిన్. సేమ్ ఫామ్స్లో కూడా వీ హ్యావ్ టు ప్రొవైడెడ్ ఫ్రమ్ జాంగో రాలేదా, డిజాంగో ఇంపోర్ట్. వాట్ ఇస్ ద మాడ్యూల్ నేమ్? ఫార్మ్స్ అనేది ఒక మాడ్యూల్. ఇన్సైడ్ దట్ మాడ్యూల్ వన్ క్లాస్ ఈస్ దేర్, దట్ క్లాస్ నేమ్ ఈస్ ఫార్మ్ క్లాస్. అంటే క్లాస్ ఈస్ ద కీవర్డ్, మై చైల్డ్ క్లాస్, మై క్లాస్ నేమ్ ఈస్ స్టూడెంట్ ఫార్మ్. ఇన్సైడ్ పేరెంట్ క్లాస్, వాట్ ఇస్ ద పేరెంట్ క్లాస్? ఫార్మ్స్ ఈస్ ద మాడ్యూల్. వాట్ ఇస్ ద క్లాస్ నేమ్? ఫార్మ్ అనేది ఒక క్లాసు. ఓకే, సో దిస్ ఈస్ ద పేరెంట్, దిస్ ద మోడల్స్లో కూడా అంతే కదా, క్లాస్ స్టూడెంట్ మోడల్స్ డాట్ మోడల్ సేమ్. సో వాట్ ఎవర్ ఫీల్డ్స్ యూ కెన్ రిక్వైర్డ్, టూ ఫీల్డ్స్, నేమ్ మార్క్స్. నేమ్ ఫార్మ్స్ డాట్, జనరల్గా నేమ్ అనేది విచ్ ఫీల్డ్? క్యారెక్టర్. ఇన్సైడ్ వాట్ కెన్ ఐ గివ్? max length, yeah. But in case of forms, max length is not required, because by using these forms, I'm not stored to the data to the database. But model class means I have to store data converted to database table. Max length is required there. Forms ki not required. Marks module name dot marks ante general ga teacher field. Here I am written any HTML code, Python code. E form class converted to HTML code. That will take care by Django. So forms.py. This is the code. Hmm. name and marks are the fields names which will be available in the HTML form. Now form class is ready. Who is responsible to send this to the template file means forms.py is a Python class. I am creating object into the views.py and I have to send this to the template file in the form of HTML. How to create object for a class? Here what is the class name? Ide kada. This class ki within the Python how to create object? Class name with parentheses and advantage. Object dot created. Give reference variable, that reference variable send to HTML5. This total thing will be done in where? For this class, create object into views. View is responsible to send data to template files. That is the cinema. Forms low, max length is not required, Dhanush. So now, second one. How to use the forms.py file inside views.py file. So, your views.py file is responsible to send this form to the template HTML file. So write a small code in views.py. So in the views.py, create object to this class. Send that variable to the template file. Come to views. Take a function based view. Def student form view. The argument is request. Yeah, how to create object? What is the class name? Parenthesis. Give a reference variable. What is the reference variable? Form. But this class is available which where? Forms. Import is required. What is the import statement? From ఎక్కడ ఉంది అది test app dot forms import. What is the class name? Student form. Simple object dot created. The reference variable this one. How to create dictionary? My dict equal to curly brace. Key. What is the value? Form. How to send this dictionary to the HTML? Return. What is the function? Render. What is the argument? Request. Where you have to create? Test app slash the file input dot HTML comma. What is the keyword argument? Context equal to my dict. Context అనేది optional. If I remove this context, valid అసలు రిమూవ్ దిస్ నాన్ సెన్స్. డైరెక్ట్ గానే పాస్ దిస్. సార్ నో, సింపుల్ వే, షార్ట్ కట్ వే. Creating dictionary, passing. Simple. Object got created dictionary, forwarded to this HTML file. Simplest way. This best shortcut way. That is the views.py file. ఇప్పుడు create HTML. That one you know how to create HTML. Then అయిపోయింది. రైట్ రాంగ్ టెస్ట్ అప్ప. అయితే తీసుకోదు కదా అది. ఎక్కడ రాంగ్ ఇచ్చేయండి మనం. టెస్ట్. So now create one file, this file HTML, injected that one. So third step, creation of HTML file to hold the form. How to create HTML templates folder, test app folder, file. Present static folders not required. Upcoming we will see the static. Later if you want you can provide static folders also. How to injected this one? Template tag curly brace inside. Inside a template file, we have to use template tag to inject the form. Curling brace. What is the key? Form. Input dot HTML. T5. ఇప్పుడు మళ్ళీ స్టోరీ సేమ్. Forms project, right click, new folder, templates, right click, folder, static, మళ్ళీ right click, folder, static, folder, CSS, right click, file, ఫైల్ ఏంటి ఇన్పుట్ కదా, HTML. Right click a file, all are ready. Settings లో 2 variables you have to define. Template underscore dir equal to base dir slash templates. Second variable static underscore static. ఇది వచ్చేసరికి give to the templates dirs. Next one more static files underscore ఆడ స్పెల్లింగ్ మిస్టేక్ ఉందేంటి, అది సంగతి. ఇక్కడ రాంగ్ ఇచ్చాం, అందుకే అది తీసుకుంది డైరెక్ట్గా. డన్. ఇప్పుడు కమ్ టు HTML. ఇక్కడ రైట్ ద కోడ్, HTML కోడ్. ఇయర్ పర్సంటేజ్ కరింగ్ బ్రేస్ లోడ్ స్టాటిక్ టైటిల్. ఇక్కడ వాట్ కెన్ యూ గివ్, స్టూడెంట్ ఫామ్. వాట్ ఇస్ ద దిస్ వన్, లింక్. రిమూవ్ ఆల్ దీస్ నాన్ సెన్స్. కర్లింగ్ బ్రేస్ పర్సంటేజ్ స్టాటిక్ CSS ఫామ్ 1 డాట్ now body h1 tag student input form. దీనికి ఒక డిఫరెంట్ చేయండి URL, ఫార్మ్స్ ప్రాజెక్ట్ URLs. The URL is student views dot student form view from testia import views. Start the server. Everything goes fine, server started. Copy this, go to the browser, paste it. STD is the URL pattern. ఇదిగోండి టైటిల్ స్టూడెంట్ ఫామ్, స్టూడెంట్ ఇన్పుట్ ఫామ్. మనకి ఫామ్ కావాలి. ఓకే, అప్ టు నౌ ఐఎమ్ నాట్ రిటర్న్ ఎనీ HTML code. Just now I am telling how to inject it. Just you can use which tag, template tag. Yeah, come here. What is the tag? Form tag. Inside, what about all these action method upcoming I will tell. Okay, so division, class. Sir, inside how to inject the form, curling brace. What is the key? Form. Now done. Come here, refresh. Name marks came. Now see this. I'm not written any code. HTML code automatically generated. You go with right click, view, paste. I'm written any HTML code, nothing. Body, student input form, class, container, method, post, ID, name, required, available there. But akkada form is coming, not the line by line. Side by side it is coming. I want to go with line by line. See, form dot as underscore p. Okay, the difference is, now see the view source page. You can observe the tags HTML head, body, table head, TD, TR available. Any paragraph tag is there? Now observe as underscore p meant for. Now refresh. Came one by one. Now see the code. View the page source. Just like paragraph tag will be added. Added p tag, line by line coming purpose. as underscore p we are using. I'm not written any code, but form is ready. Because of that class converted to this one. Then ఇప్పుడు what I was doing is container alignment equal to center. మరి H1 దాన్ని ఏం చేద్దామంటే H1 అది కూడా ఏమైంది సేవ్ చేసేగా css form1.css static ఏమి ఇచ్చాను నేను రాంగ్ ఇచ్చానేంటి ఎక్కడ H1 లేదా ఇదిగో సిఎస్ఎస్లో టెక్స్ట్ అలైన్ సెంటర్ వచ్చింది కదా నేనే అంటే నాకన్నా అలాగా ఉన్నారు మీరు అసలు సార్ నో సార్ ఫామ్ ఈజ్ రెడీ ఐఎమ్ ఎంటరింగ్ ద స్టూడెంట్ నేమ్ మార్క్స్ దెన్ వాట్ టు డూ ఏది బటన్ మరి ఐ వాంట్ టు క్లిక్ ఆన్ బటన్ కావాలి కదా సో కమ్ టు ద HTML inside this form. What is the tag? Input. Type equal to submit. Value equal to submit. Now done. Come to here. Refresh. Button aya. దీనికి ఏమన్నా కలర్స్ ప్రొవైడ్ ద బాడీ బ్యాక్గ్రౌండ్ refresh. Student form is ready. Once I'm entering data Sunny with marks, if I click on submit, what will happen? ఏమవుద్ది URL లో it is concatenated to URL. Python will give left and right error. Django will give error. The reason is one is missing, that is CSRF token. What is the full form of CSRF? అక్కడ ఉంటుంది ఎతకండి అమ్మయ్య క్రాస్. What is the meaning of this one? Forgery అంటే కాపీయా? తెలుసు కదా ఫార్జరీ మీనింగ్, ఆంధ్రాలో బాగా జరుగుతుంటుంది అదే. మీ డాక్యుమెంట్లు ఫార్జరీ చేసి వేరేవాడు రిజిస్ట్రేషన్ చేసుకుంటాడు. సో సరే ఇప్పుడు ఇక్కడ అయిపోయాం మనం ఇన్పుట్ డాట్. సో ఇన్పుట్ కోడ్ ఐ విల్ గివ్ ఇన్పుట్ కోడ్. ఇది ఇన్పుట్ కోడ్. టేక్ దిస్ వన్. Duplicate. ఏమైంది సార్? వాట్ ఈస్ దిస్ మెథడ్? వాట్ ఈస్ దిస్ పోస్ట్? ఐ విల్ టెల్. Present I injected just a form. As P is line by line paragraph. One button I provided, submit is the button. Just how to display form I am telling. Functionality wise, I will tell one by one, one by one. CSS for now. So this is HTML file. This is the CSS in one URL. We will get 403 status code. Sir, for every status code ki some meaning is there. By using the status code, we will tell the problem. 100 to 199, 200 to 299, 300. 400 means our mistake, client side mistake. 300 is redirectional. 500 server side problem. 200 success code. 100 information. Based on the status code, we will tell what is the problem of the program. A status code batti we have to tell what is the problem. 200 ante success only. Whenever I'm running 200 is getting success. 400 our mistake. We did mistake. 500 server side mistake. I will tell these codes. What is the meaning of those codes? So here forbidden 403 the error we are getting. Forbidden 403. CSRF token verification failed. ఏమన్నాడు help reason given for failure is CSRF token is missing or incorrect. Missing. That is the reason. What is this one? CSRF cross site request forgery token. Adi full form. And just for every request, we have to forgery నుంచి తీసాడు security reasons purpose. Just you can add CSRF. Otherwise, the form is not accepted by Django. And if it is HTML form, it is accepted. CSRF token is not required. Because of Django form, CSRF token. What to do? Add one CSRF token value. Django will take care about everything. You want to do anything. Inside form, ఇదిగోండి. Just add here curling brace percentage. వాడే చెప్తున్నాడు ఏం చేయాలో కూడా ఇదిగోండి. జస్ట్ యూ కెన్ యాడ్ ఏమన్నాడు ఇదిగోండి. కర్లింగ్ బ్రేస్ ఏసరఫ్ టోకెన్ యూ కెన్ యాడ్ టెంప్లేట్ ట్యాగ్ బస్. Django will take care about everything. Save. Now first again refresh the URL. Server side we are selected something. Now enter name, enter marks. Submit. Won't do anything. Form will be displayed empty form. Done. So that's line you have to add ante. Every form should satisfy CSRF verification. Otherwise, Django won't accept our forms. It is meant for website security purpose. Being a programmer, you are not required to anything. Django will take care everything. But being a programmer, just we have to add CSRF underscore token variable in our form in the template tag. That is the meaning. So where we can add within the form, you can add CSRF token. Just it is created one hidden field every time. For every request, it is taken new request. One new hidden ID will be generated. So you won't do anything. Django will take care means once I added this, see this, right click, view the page source. One hidden field is generated. Paragraph input type. What is the type? Type lunte kada button, radio, checkbox, submit same hidden field. CSRF middleware token ఇదిగోండి. Every request ni forgery చేయకుండా a new key will be generated. And ఇది ఇప్పుడు ఒక key generate అయింది కదా. Okay. Again I am submitting. A marks. submit. Right click, view the page source. ఈసారి కీ మారుతుంది చూడండి. సో ఎవ్రీ టైమ్ ఫార్జరీకి వీలు అవ్వకుండా ఏ న్యూ కీ విల్ బి జనరేటెడ్ దేర్. Python will, Django will take care about those things. So hidden field will be created. That's if we can add CSRF token, Django will take care. And if you are using normal HTML form, CSRF token not required. Directly you can do anything. But recommended one, Django forms, because they are not written any HTML code. So that is how to create the form and display to the end user simplest way. తర్వాత how to read this data processing, next class we will see that story. వీకెండ్ గా వెళ్ళి ఎంజాయ్. డైలీ ఎంజాయ్ కదా, వీకెండ్ ఏముంది మనకి. We will continue. Monday I will tell how to read this data and inject it to the file. And డోర్ వేసారండి బయట.